Hello all. It's Friday the 4th, June 4th, 21. Anyway, I got my target zone indicator and that I've been working with for quite a while, and anybody who knows me that's in our social hour or even in our trade room in the morning knows that I don't really like targets, only because who can dictate what the target, when the target's going to stop. So that's where this target zones kind of come into play. Anyway, I obviously have it in simulated data mode, but so what happens is, here's my indicator, and it's this one right here. Let's get these ninjas out of the way. There we go. So what happens is you have 3 retracements for 3 targets, up to 3. I guess maybe I could just use one, or I'll just use all 3, whatever. So you could set them at different levels. So your first target, maybe it's tight. So the zone box is going to be 3 ticks. And if it gets in that 3 ticks, anywhere in that 3 ticks and touches it, it will automatically put a little a trailing stop there, which is 5 ticks. And it's your target. It's a stop, but it's really your target. And any retracement of 5 ticks, then it will pop you out as a target. And the same thing with zone 2, and you can set them for each zones you want. So obviously the one thing I like the best, which I actually kind of an afterthought, and that is because we can move these around. So if I have this set for, I don't know, I'll just make it, let's make it 20 since we're doing this in sim. And then I have it, since it's the 3rd zone, I've got it set for a box of 20 ticks, and I've got a 10 tick retracement. So anytime it touches that zone area, it's going to tighten it up and give you a 10 stop. It's kind of like the ATM, only it does it within the zone. And I'm playing with the opacity here. The defaults are solid 100s and whatnot. I'm kind of thinking about bringing these down so just lightly shaded. But in any event, let's see here. And then this is the retracement. This is a little retracement bar that shows you where it's going to stop. Other than that, that's it. Now I do notice that sometimes it'll default to off up here, so you might want to obviously turn it on. So let's slow this thing down here a little bit. So what I'm going to do, let's just put on an order. There you go. There's our zones. So now I can kind of play around with them. So now this is a zone. So let's say you have your target and you want your target right here on this line. That's your target where you would normally put your target. But who's to say it's going to stop there? So why don't we just do this? If you want your target there, just do that. So there's your target. And instead of actually hitting the target, you'll give it an allowance of 10 ticks to retrace. And you don't have to have it 10 ticks. You can have it 2 ticks. Just anything. So once it gets in that box with any kind of force, you're gonna be in there. So this one is set for, I think it was 3 ticks or something, I forget. But whatever it was, is that as soon as it touches that, and it might be awfully small, we have to play around with these here a little bit. But I'm going to try to do it slowly, because how many times does it come up there and touch and then just turn around and reverse? And this prevents that. But I do think I might have to play with the sizes of these boxes here a little bit. Because trying to show this in a... so let's see. Okay, I don't want to put it on fast, because if it goes fast, I'll put it on fast to get up to this area. But let me just pause it. I have a better idea. Let me just do this. There we go. All right, so now you're going to see a little... There you go. There it is right there. That's the most you're going to give it back. So you're in your target. You're guaranteed. It's going to keep trailing up. So actually, you could even move this a little bit if you want to go a little further. Now, again, you'd have to be quick on the toes to... you already get your target. So it actually hit the target that time. It didn't retrace. But that's because I have it on. So let's do the same thing here. So let's get in our zone here. Now, one thing I do know is if you move this box one way or the other, once you're inside the box, if you move the box too far to the top or too far to the bottom, it's taking you out at your target. You're done. The only thing you could do is actually turn it off. So maybe it is nice to have a little switch there. So let me get in our box. We'll paint our little chocolate line there. Seriously. See what I mean? You didn't even get your target, so now we gotta It will. Okay, so you're getting to your target. Come on. You can do it. I think you got the idea already anyway. Oh, for Pete's sake. All right, there we go. All right, so we're in our box. So we're only going to, and this will chase it up. It'll follow it up. It's only going to give it whatever we said it's set for, 5 ticks or 6 ticks or whatever it was of retracement. So now we're in our, if it retraced right now, we'd hit our target. In this case, it hit our target because we're in this kind of mode here. The one thing I do want to test though is, I can get rid of that line. I want to test that if I turn it off, am I able to move? Because if you're in your zone and you move it up past here, then it takes you out. So I want to see if I turn it off. Yes. So now you can just do this again, move it to another and turn it back on again, and you got a new zone. And you can kind of bring it up here a little bit. So I like having this last one. We're not in the box yet, so I don't know why that's on yet. Again, beta. I have to experiment with that. Only because I turned it off and turned it on. So, wait a minute. Why is it? So apparently what happens is that when you turn it on, yeah. All right. So when you turn it off, it needs to clear itself out, I guess. It's memorizing this trace, which is fine. Yeah, it remembered it. Okay, I got it. I suppose if you turned it off, then you'd be on your own. So when you're on that third target, if you want to turn it off, but I don't like that. I'll have to write that up for a little error. So if you turn it off, you change your settings or do something like that and turn it back on again, it should paint new settings and not hold that little trailing stop thing. Okay, anyway, that's it. So have fun with it and experiment and feedback. Thanks. Bye.